First contact. In the vast expanse of the Milky Way, Earth had long been an isolated beacon of life, its inhabitants unaware of the complex tapestry of galactic civilizations that surrounded them. For millennia, humans gazed at the stars, wondering if they were alone in the universe. Little did they know, their solitude was about to come to an abrupt and chaotic end. The year was 2045 when humanity's celestial isolation shattered like glass under a hammer blow. It began with a series of anomalous readings picked up by radio telescopes across the globe. At first, scientists dismissed the signals as equipment malfunctions or natural phenomena. But as the days passed, the patterns became undeniable. Something was approaching Earth, and it was moving fast. Dr. Samantha Chen, lead astronomer at the Arecibo Observatory, was the first to realize the true nature of the signals. Her hands trembled as she pored over the data, her coffee long gone cold beside her computer. "This can't be," she whispered, her voice a mix of awe and disbelief. But the numbers didn't lie. The object approaching Earth was decelerating in a controlled manner, defying the laws of physics as humans understood them. As word spread through the scientific community, governments around the world scrambled to respond. Emergency meetings were called, military forces were put on high alert, and the public watched in a mixture of fear and fascination as news channels broadcast grainy images of a sleek, silver object growing larger in Earth's sky. The ship, for there was no doubt now that it was a ship, entered Earth's orbit with graceful precision. Its hull gleamed in the sunlight, smooth and featureless save for what appeared to be intricate patterns etched into its surface. Humanity held its collective breath, waiting for the next move in this cosmic chess game. It came in the form of a transmission, broadcast on all frequencies and in every language known to man. The message was simple: we come in peace. We are the Zoraxians, and we wish to establish contact. In Washington, D.C., President Olivia Martinez sat in the Situation Room, surrounded by her top advisors. The weight of humanity's future rested on her shoulders. "We need to respond," she said, her voice steady despite the tension in the room. "But we also need to be prepared for any eventuality." As diplomats crafted a careful response, military forces around the world discreetly mobilized. Satellite weapons, long kept secret from the public, were armed and aimed at the visitor. Humanity might be extending an olive branch, but it would do so with a firm grip on its sword. The response was sent, and the world waited. Hours passed like years until finally, the Zoraxian ship made its move. A smaller craft detached from the main vessel, descending towards the agreed-upon meeting point, a remote airfield in neutral Switzerland. As the craft touched down, a hush fell over the assembled crowd of diplomats, scientists, and military personnel. With a soft hiss, a door in the sleek hull slid open, and out stepped the first extraterrestrial beings humanity had ever seen. The Zoraxians were tall, easily 7 feet in height, with slender bodies covered in iridescent scales that shifted color with their movements. Their faces were almost human-like, save for the large, multifaceted eyes that gleamed with intelligence. They moved with a fluid grace that seemed to defy gravity. Leading the human delegation, Dr. Chen stepped forward, her heart pounding, but her voice clear as she spoke the prepared greeting. "Welcome to Earth. We come in peace and hope for friendship between our peoples." The lead Zoraxian tilted its head, the scales around its neck flashing a brilliant blue. When it spoke, the voice was melodious, almost hypnotic. "We thank you for your welcome, people of Earth. We have traveled far to meet you, for your world is unique in all our travels." As translators worked feverishly to keep up with the exchange, Dr. Chen couldn't shake a feeling of unease. There was something in the Zoraxian's tone, a hint of hunger. She pushed the thought aside, focusing on the historic moment at hand. The initial meeting progressed smoothly, with both sides exchanging pleasantries and basic information about their respective cultures. The Zoraxians spoke of a vast galactic community, of wonders beyond human imagination, and of Earth's potential to join this cosmic fraternity. But as the day wore on, Cracks began to appear in the facade of friendship. Sharp-eyed observers noted the Ziraxians' intense interest in Earth's resources, particularly its diverse biosphere. Questions about Earth's defenses were deflected, but asked with increasing frequency. As night fell and the meeting adjourned, world leaders convened in emergency sessions. Something wasn't right. The Ziraxians' words spoke of peace, but their actions hinted at darker motives. In orbit, more Ziraxian ships arrived, taking up positions around the planet. Their presence, once a source of wonder, now felt oppressive. Earth's military leaders watched with growing alarm as the noose tightened around their world. Dr. Chen, reviewing transcripts of the day's conversations, felt her blood run cold as she pieced together the subtext of the Ziraxians' words. They're not here for friendship, she realized, horror dawning. They're here to take what they want. As the first day of humanity's new era came to a close, Earth teetered on the brink of a conflict unlike any it had ever faced. The Ziraxians had made first contact, but their true intentions remained shrouded in mystery. One thing was certain: the coming days would determine the fate of humanity, and perhaps the galaxy itself. In bedrooms and bunkers, on ships and in space stations, humans looked to the stars with new eyes. The universe had revealed itself to be full of life, but that life might not be benevolent. As Earth's defenders prepared for whatever might come, a grim determination settled over the planet. The Ziraxians had come in peace, or so they claimed. But humanity, tempered by millennia of conflict and survival against all odds, stood ready. If peace was not an option, Earth would show these cosmic interlopers why it was called a death world, and why its inhabitants had not just survived, but thrived in one of the harshest environments in the galaxy. The stage was set, the players were in position, and as a new day dawned, the fate of Earth hung in the balance, awaiting the next move in this high-stakes game of interstellar chess. The theft. As dawn broke over a world forever changed, the Ziraxian ships loomed in Earth's skies like silent sentinels. Their presence, once a source of wonder, now cast a shadow of unease across the planet. In war rooms and laboratories around the globe, humanity's leaders grappled with the reality of their new cosmic neighbors. Admiral Helena Cortez stood before a wall of screens in the Pentagon, her weathered face illuminated by the glow of satellite imagery. They're positioning themselves over our major population centers, she noted, her voice grim. Whatever they're planning, they want to be able to hit us hard and fast. But the Ziraxians had underestimated their hosts. Humanity, forged in the crucible of a world that seemed designed to kill them, was not about to roll over for any invader, terrestrial or extraterrestrial. In a secret facility deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, Dr. Marcus Ambrose led a team of Earth's brightest minds in a race against time. We need to understand their technology, he urged, gesturing to the holographic displays of Ziraxian ship schematics. Find a weakness, any weakness. As diplomats continued their delicate dance of words with the alien visitors, covert operations sprang into action around the world. Special forces teams, equipped with cutting-edge stealth technology, began probing the Ziraxians' defenses. Captain Sarah O'Neill crouched in the shadow of a Ziraxian landing craft, her heart pounding but her hand steady. Echo team in position, she whispered into her comm. Ready to breach on your mark. The plan was audacious. Infiltrate the alien ship, gather intelligence, and if possible, secure a sample of their technology. The operation was a testament to human ingenuity and adaptability. Within days of first contact, Earth's militaries had developed countermeasures to Ziraxian sensors, reverse-engineered from the scant data they'd managed to collect. As O'Neill's team slipped aboard the alien craft, another drama was unfolding half a world away. In the dense jungles of the Amazon, Dr. Elena Rodriguez, a brilliant botanist, made a startling discovery. The plants, she gasped, staring at her computer readouts. They're dying, but there's no sign of disease or parasites. It's as if their life force is being drained. Similar reports flooded in from ecosystems around the world. The Ziraxians' true motives began to crystallize. They weren't here for friendship or cultural exchange. They were here to steal the very essence of Earth's biosphere. Back on the alien ship, O'Neill's team moved through corridors that pulsed with an eerie organic light. The interior was a maze of biotechnology, more akin to a living organism than a spacecraft. In the ship's core, they found their answer, and humanity's nightmare. Massive tanks lined the walls, filled with a shimmering, opalescent fluid. Floating within were fragments of Earth's biosphere, plants, insects, even small animals, all suspended in a state between life and death. The Xeraxians were harvesting Earth's biodiversity, stealing the genetic legacy of an entire planet. O'Neill's voice shook as she reported back to command. It's worse than we thought. They're not just taking samples. They're draining the life out of our world. As the truth of the Xeraxians' theft spread, Earth's response was swift and unified. Ancient rivalries were set aside as nations joined forces against the common threat. In an emergency session of the United Nations, world leaders voted unanimously to reject the Xeraxians' false offers of friendship and to defend Earth by any means necessary. President Martinez addressed the world, her voice resolute. To the people of Earth, and to our unwelcome visitors, I say this: we will not go quietly. We will not surrender the beauty and diversity of our world to those who would steal it. We are the children of Earth, and we will fight to protect our home. The Xeraxians, their true motives exposed, dropped all pretense of peaceful intentions. Their ships, once stationary, hummed to life, descending into Earth's atmosphere. Energy beams lanced from their hulls, targeting key military installations and seats of government. But humanity was ready. As Xeraxian weapons fire rained down, energy shields flickered to life over major cities, the fruit of decades of secret research and development, spurred by the very real fear of cosmic threats. In orbit, Earth's own spacecraft, hidden in secret lunar bases and asteroid stations, emerged to engage the alien fleet. Though outnumbered and outgunned, the human ships fought with a ferocity that caught the Xeraxians off guard. Commander Jack Harper, leading Earth's space defense from the bridge of the EDS Defiant, allowed himself a grim smile as his ships scored their first kills. "Let's show these bastards why you don't mess with a Deathworld," he growled, ordering his fleet to press the attack. On the ground, the battle was equally fierce. Xeraxian ground forces, emerging from their ships in mechanized battle suits, found themselves facing an enemy that turned everything into a weapon. In the ruins of New York, a squad of aliens was taken out by a hot dog vendor wielding nothing but his cart and a vat of boiling water. In the Amazon, Dr. Rodriguez led a guerrilla campaign against Xeraxian harvesting operations, using her knowledge of the jungle to deadly effect. Poisonous frogs, carnivorous plants, and even the very mud of the rainforest became weapons in humanity's arsenal. As the conflict escalated, Dr. Chen worked tirelessly to unlock the secrets of Xeraxian communication. If we can disrupt their coordination, she theorized, we might be able to turn the tide. Her breakthrough came at the 11th hour. As Xeraxian forces pushed towards the last human strongholds, Chen's team managed to hack into the alien network. The effect was immediate and devastating. Robbed of their hive mind-like coordination, the Xeraxian assault faltered. Humanity seized the moment. In a coordinated global counterattack, Earth's defenders pushed back against their invaders. Cities were reduced to rubble. Forests burned, and the skies were lit with the fire of falling spacecraft. But hour by hour, mile by bloody mile, humanity reclaimed its world. As the dust settled on the first day of open war, Earth had bloodied the nose of a galactic superpower. The Xeraxians, who had come to steal the essence of a world they thought defenseless, found themselves in a fight for their very survival. In the White House Situation Room, President Martinez surveyed the damage reports with a heavy heart. The cost had been high, but Earth still stood. "We've won the first battle," she said, her voice tired but determined. "But this war is far from over." As night fell over a battered but unbroken Earth, Humanity steeled itself for the challenges ahead. They had faced the stars and found them hostile, but in doing so, they had discovered a strength they never knew they possessed. The galaxy had come knocking, expecting an easy conquest. Instead, they had awakened a sleeping giant, a species forged in adversity and tempered by an unyielding will to survive. The Xeraxians had tried to steal from Earth. In doing so, they had learned a costly lesson. Never underestimate a species that calls a death world home. The battle for Earth had begun, and humanity was ready to show the galaxy why they were a force to be reckoned with. Earth fights back. The dawn of the third day since the Xeraxian invasion broke over a changed Earth. Smoke rose from the ruins of once great cities, and the scars of battle marred the planet's surface. But amid the destruction, a fierce determination burned in the hearts of humanity. They had weathered the initial assault, and now it was time to strike back. In underground bunkers and hastily assembled war rooms, Earth's greatest minds worked tirelessly to turn the tide. Dr. Marcus Ambrose stood before a group of engineers and scientists, his eyes blazing with intensity. "We've analyzed the Xeraxian technology we've captured," he announced, gesturing to a holographic display of alien weaponry. "It's time we level the playing field." The fruits of their labor were nothing short of miraculous. Within days, human ingenuity had taken the alien tech and not just replicated it, but improved upon it. Particle weapons were miniaturized and integrated into existing military hardware. Salvaged energy shields were reverse-engineered and adapted to protect infantry squads. But perhaps the most significant breakthrough came from an unexpected source. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, the botanist who had first uncovered the Xeraxians' true intentions, made a startling discovery. The alien biotech, she explained to a rapt audience of military leaders, it's vulnerable to certain Earth bacteria. We can use our own ecosystem against them. As if mirroring humanity's resilience, Earth itself seemed to be fighting back. The very forests the Xeraxians sought to harvest became deadly traps, with native flora and fauna evolving at an accelerated rate to combat the alien threat. In the Amazon, entire Xeraxian squads disappeared without a trace, consumed by the jungle they had come to plunder. High above the Earth, the space battle raged on. Commander Jack Harper, his fleet bolstered by newly retrofitted ships, led a daring assault on the Xeraxian flagship. "All ships, form up on me," he ordered, his voice steady despite the chaos of battle. "We're going to show these aliens why humanity rules the food chain on a death world." The battle was fierce, with energy beams and missiles crisscrossing the void of space. But the human ships, though fewer in number, fought with a ferocity and unpredictability that the Xeraxians couldn't match. Harper's flagship, the EDS Defiant, spearheaded a bold maneuver, diving through a gap in the alien formation to deliver a killing blow to their command ship. As the Xeraxian flagship erupted in a spectacular explosion, a cheer went up throughout the human fleet. "That's how we do things downtown," Harper grinned, allowing himself a moment of triumph before focusing on the next target. On the ground, the tide was turning as well. Captain Sarah O'Neill led a mixed force of human soldiers and retrofitted alien mech suits in a push to reclaim New York City. The streets that had once echoed with the sounds of commerce and life now rang with the thunder of battle. O'Neill's voice crackled over the comm as her team approached Times Square, now a Xeraxian stronghold. "Remember, people, use the environment to your advantage. Every broken window, every piece of rubble is a weapon. Show them why Earth is called a death world." The ensuing battle was a testament to human adaptability. Soldiers used the urban terrain in ways the Xeraxians never anticipated. Subway tunnels became ambush points, skyscrapers turned into sniper nests, and even the famous billboards of Times Square were weaponized, their broken screens turned into impromptu plasma reflectors. As the fighting intensified, Dr. Samantha Chen made another breakthrough in her efforts to disrupt Xeraxian communications. "We're not just jamming them anymore," she explained to President Martinez, her eyes alight with excitement. "We're feeding them false information. As far as their troops are concerned, Earth is about to explode. The effect was immediate and devastating. Zyrexian forces, believing their harvest operation had triggered some sort of planetary self-destruct mechanism, began to retreat in panic. Their carefully coordinated assault dissolved into chaos as troops desperately tried to reach their ships and escape the doomed planet. President Martinez, watching the events unfold from a secure bunker, allowed herself a small smile. "Dr. Chen," she said, her voice filled with pride, "you may have just won us the war." But the Zyrexians weren't defeated yet. As their ground forces retreated, their remaining ships in orbit began a bombardment of Earth's surface, determined to salvage what they could from their failed invasion. It was in this moment of crisis that humanity revealed its final devastating ace in the hole. Hidden silos around the world opened, and from them rose missiles unlike any seen before. These weapons, the product of decades of secret research and recent breakthroughs in alien tech, streaked towards the Zyrexian fleet. Admiral Cortez watched from her command center as the missiles found their marks. "Lady and gentlemen," she said, her voice solemn, "welcome to the age of stellar warfare." The missiles, carrying warheads that generated localized singularities, tore through the Zyrexian fleet like tissue paper. Ships were ripped apart, crushed into infinitesimal points, or scattered across space-time. In a matter of minutes, the once mighty armada was reduced to scattered remnants. As the last Zyrexian ship winked out of existence, a stunned silence fell over Earth's defenders. Then, slowly, a cheer began to build. From the ruins of cities, from hidden bunkers, from ships in orbit, humanity celebrated its victory. But amid the jubilation, Earth's leaders knew that this was only the beginning. They had repelled the invasion, but in doing so, they had announced their presence to a hostile galaxy. Earth could no longer hide in its cosmic backwater. It would have to take its place on the galactic stage. President Martinez addressed the world, her voice strong and resolute. "People of Earth, we have prevailed against an enemy that sought to steal the very essence of our world. But our victory has come at a great cost, and the road ahead will not be easy. We have shown the galaxy that humanity is a force to be reckoned with. Now we must be prepared to defend our place among the stars." As the sun set on the battlefield Earth had become, humanity began the monumental task of rebuilding. But they did so with newfound strength and purpose. They had faced the terrors of the cosmos and emerged victorious. Earth, the death world that had forged them, had proven to be their greatest teacher and ally. The Zyrexians had come to steal from a world they thought weak. They left having learned a costly lesson. Earth was not just a planet. It was a fortress, its people the most dangerous warriors in the galaxy. And now, with the eyes of the cosmos upon them, humanity stood ready to face whatever challenges the stars might bring. The war was over, but Earth's battle for its place in the galaxy had only just begun. The galactic stage. The weeks following Earth's victory over the Zyrexian invasion were a whirlwind of activity. As humanity began the monumental task of rebuilding, news of their triumph spread across the galaxy like wildfire. The impossible had happened. A pre-FTL civilization had not only repelled an invasion by a major galactic power, but had done so decisively and with technology that sent shockwaves through established cosmic hierarchies. In the remains of what was once Geneva, a new structure rose from the ashes. The Galactic Embassy, as it came to be known, was a marvel of human and alien engineering, a symbol of Earth's new status in the cosmic community. It was here that Earth's leaders gathered to face their next great challenge, diplomacy on a scale they had never imagined. President Olivia Martinez stood at the window of her office in the embassy, gazing out at the bustle of activity below. Alien ships of various designs now shared the skies with human vessels, a sight that still felt surreal. Her aide, Michael Chen, entered with a tablet in hand. "Madam President," he began, his voice tinged with excitement and anxiety, "we've received communication from the Galactic Council. There, They're requesting Earth's presence at an emergency session. Martinez turned, her expression a mixture of determination and weariness. Well, Mr. Chen, it seems the galaxy has finally taken notice. Let's not keep them waiting. As Earth prepared its delegation, the planet buzzed with activity. Dr. Marcus Ambrose led a team in adapting Xeraxian faster-than-light technology for human use. We can't go to this meeting in someone else's ship, he argued. We need to show them we're not just quick learners, but innovators. The result of their efforts was the ESS Prometheus, Earth's first FTL-capable vessel. Sleek and powerful, it incorporated the best of human ingenuity with reverse-engineered alien tech. As it rose from its birth, humanity watched with collective awe. They were no longer bound to their solar system. The stars, at last, were within reach. Aboard the Prometheus, Earth's delegation prepared for the journey. President Martinez was accompanied by a carefully selected team. Admiral Helena Cortez, representing Earth's military prowess. Dr. Samantha Chen, whose breakthroughs in alien communication had been crucial to their victory. And surprisingly, Dr. Elena Rodriguez, whose expertise in xenobiology had proven invaluable. As the ship entered FTL, Martinez addressed her team. What we do here will shape humanity's future for generations to come. We're not just representatives of our nations anymore. We speak for Earth, for every human, past and present, who ever looked up at the stars and dreamed. The journey to the Galactic Council's headquarters was a crash course in cosmic politics. The delegation pored over hastily assembled dossiers on the major galactic players, trying to understand the complex web of alliances, rivalries, and historical grudges that defined interstellar relations. When they arrived, the scale of the Council headquarters took their breath away. A massive station hung in space, its architecture a blend of countless alien styles. Ships of all shapes and sizes swarmed around it, a testament to the diversity of galactic life. As they docked, Dr. Chen couldn't help but marvel. It's like the United Nations, she whispered, but on a scale we never imagined. The Earth delegation was led through winding corridors, acutely aware of the curious and sometimes hostile stares from alien representatives. They entered the main chamber, a vast amphitheater filled with beings of every conceivable form. At the center stood a raised platform, where the council elders sat. The eldest, a being of pure energy contained within a crystalline structure, spoke, its words translated through advanced tech. We have called this session to address the recent incident involving the Xeraxian Empire and the newly discovered world of Earth. A murmur ran through the assembled delegates. The Xeraxian representative, a tall, scaled being, stood. The humans are savages, he hissed. They destroyed a peaceful scientific expedition and murdered millions of our people. President Martinez stepped forward, her voice steady. With all due respect, she began, her words echoing through the chamber. The Xeraxians came to our world not in peace, but as thieves and invaders. We defended our home, as is the right of any sentient species. She went on to detail the Xeraxians' attempt to harvest Earth's biosphere, their unprovoked attacks on major cities, and the evidence they had gathered of the aliens' true intentions. As she spoke, holographic displays showed footage of the invasion and Earth's desperate defense. The chamber erupted in shocked whispers and heated debates. Many delegates seemed appalled by the Xeraxians' actions, while others were clearly impressed by humanity's resilience and ingenuity. A representative from the Andromedian Confederation, a jellyfish-like being floating in an anti-gravity field, spoke next. While the humans' actions were justified, we cannot ignore the fact that they now possess technology far beyond their development stage. They represent a wild card in galactic politics. Admiral Cortez stepped forward, her military bearing commanding attention. We did not ask for this war, she stated firmly. We did not seek to advance beyond our means. We simply survived, as we have always done. If that survival came with advancements that make the galaxy uncomfortable, perhaps the galaxy should have thought twice before attacking a Deathworld. Her words sent a ripple of unease through the chamber. Many delegates shifted uncomfortably, the term Deathworld clearly holding significant weight in galactic society. As the debate raged on, it became clear that the galaxy was divided on how to handle Earth. Some argued for containment, others for forced integration into existing power structures. But throughout it all, the human delegation stood firm, neither apologizing for their victory, nor backing down from their right to self-determination. It was Dr. Rodriguez who finally turned the tide. Speaking passionately about Earth's biodiversity, she painted a picture of a planet teeming with life, where every organism fought tooth and nail to survive. This diversity, she explained, is what allowed us to defeat the Xeraxians. Our planet taught us adaptability, resilience, and the will to survive against all odds. We don't seek conflict, but we will not shy away from it. We extend a hand in friendship, but be warned. It's a hand that knows how to form a fist. Her words resonated with many of the delegates, particularly those from other harsh worlds. They recognized in humanity a kindred spirit, a species that had clawed its way up the evolutionary ladder and wasn't about to be knocked down. As the session drew to a close, a compromise was reached. Earth would be granted provisional membership in the galactic community, with full rights to defend itself and maintain its technological advancements. In return, humanity would share its unique scientific and cultural knowledge, particularly in the fields of adaptation and biodiversity. As they left the chamber, President Martinez turned to her team. "This isn't the end," she said, her voice low. "It's just the beginning. We've earned our place here, but now we have to keep it." The Earth delegation boarded the Prometheus for the journey home, their minds reeling from the implications of what had transpired. They had faced the galaxy and held their ground. Now, as they traveled through the star-studded vastness of space, they carried with them the hopes and fears of every human back on Earth. Humanity had taken its first steps onto the galactic stage. The performance had been impressive, but the real test was yet to come. As the Prometheus streaked through the cosmos, its crew pondered the challenges and opportunities that lay ahead in this brave new universe. Earth, once an isolated speck in the cosmic ocean, had become a player in a game of interstellar politics beyond anything they had imagined. The galaxy had underestimated them once. They would not make that mistake again. A new era. The return of the Prometheus to Earth marked the dawn of a new age for humanity. As the sleek vessel broke through the atmosphere, it was greeted by cheering crowds and a planet forever changed. The sky, once empty save for Earth's solitary moon, now twinkled with the lights of alien ships and newly constructed orbital stations. President Olivia Martinez stood before the United Nations General Assembly, now expanded to include representatives from every nation on Earth. The chamber buzzed with anticipation as she prepared to address not just her fellow humans, but the entire galaxy via faster-than-light transmission. "People of Earth and honored guests from across the stars," she began, her voice steady and resolute. "We stand at a crossroads of history. In the span of mere months, we have gone from a species bound to our world to one that now walks among the cosmos." Screens around the chamber showed scenes from around the globe. In Times Square, humans and alien tourists mingled beneath the glow of holographic advertisements. In the Amazon, Dr. Elena Rodriguez led a team of interspecies scientists in studying Earth's rapidly evolving ecosystem. Over the skies of Beijing, student pilots trained in simulators of alien craft, preparing for a future among the stars. Our victory over the Xeraxians was not just a triumph of weapons or technology, Martinez continued. It was a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. We faced an enemy that sought to strip our world bare, and in doing so, we discovered strengths we never knew we possessed. In orbit, the newly commissioned Earth Defense Fleet ran drills under the watchful eye of Admiral Helena Cortez. The fleet was a mix of retrofitted Xeraxian vessels and new ships of human design, a visual representation of how far they'd come in so little time. But with this new power comes great responsibility. The president's voice grew solemn. We have been granted provisional membership in the galactic community, a privilege we must not take lightly. We must strive to be not just defenders of Earth, but custodians of peace and progress throughout the cosmos. Dr. Marcus Ambrose, watching the speech from his lab in Geneva, nodded in agreement. Around him, human and alien scientists worked side by side, unraveling the mysteries of the universe. The quantum computers hummed as they crunched data on dark matter, while anti-gravity platforms levitated prototype FTL cores. We have much to learn, Martins acknowledged, but we also have much to teach. Our resilience, our adaptability, our unwavering will to survive against all odds. These are the gifts we bring to the galactic community. In classrooms around the world, children marveled at holographic displays of alien worlds, their young minds already dreaming of adventures among the stars. University curricula were being rapidly updated, with xenobiology, astropolitics, and advanced physics becoming the most sought-after majors. Yet we must not forget the lessons of our own history, the president cautioned. We know the price of conflict, the scars left by division and war. As we step onto the galactic stage, we must strive to be better than we have been, to reach for the highest ideals of our species. In the ruins of what was once downtown Los Angeles, now a sprawling construction site, human and alien workers labored together to build the first Earth-based alien embassy complex. The architecture was a stunning blend of terrestrial and extraterrestrial design, a physical manifestation of the new bonds being forged. We face challenges unlike any in human history, Martins continued, her voice gaining strength. The galaxy is vast and often hostile. There are those who would see us fail, who fear what we might become. But I say to them, and to all who are listening across the vast expanse of space, humanity is ready. On Mars, the first human colony was expanding at an unprecedented rate, aided by alien terraforming technology. What had once been a distant dream was now a bustling reality, with biodomes stretching across the red planet's surface. We are the children of Earth, a world that forged us through adversity and challenge. We have faced extinction many times in our history, yet we have always emerged stronger. Now we bring that strength, that unyielding spirit, to the stars. In a secret facility deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, Dr. Samantha Chen led a team in developing the next generation of faster-than-light communication. Their work promised to revolutionize galactic information exchange, potentially making Earth a hub of cosmic connectivity. To our new allies among the stars, we extend a hand of friendship. To those who would threaten our world or any peaceful species, know this: we will stand firm. We are no longer alone, no longer isolated. We are part of a greater community, and we will defend it with the same ferocity with which we defended our home. As Martinez spoke, ships from a dozen alien races hung in orbit, a testament to the new alliances and trade agreements being forged. Earth was quickly becoming a focal point of galactic interest, its unique biosphere and the ingenuity of its people drawing scientists, diplomats, and entrepreneurs from across the cosmos. People of Earth, we have taken our first steps into a larger world. The path ahead is uncertain, filled with wonders and dangers beyond our imagining. But I have faith in our strength, in our wisdom, and in our unbreakable spirit. Together, we will forge a future among the stars. The chamber erupted in applause, the sound echoing not just through the United Nations, but across subspace channels to every corner of the galaxy. As Martinez stepped down from the podium, she was met by her advisors, their faces a mix of pride and determination. "Well said, Madam President." Admiral Cortez nodded approvingly. "But our work is just beginning." "Indeed it is," Martinez agreed, her eyes gleaming with the light of new possibilities. "We've shown the galaxy that humanity is a force to be reckoned with. Now we need to show them we can be a force for good." As night fell over Earth, its cities glowing with a mix of terrestrial and alien lights, humanity looked to the stars with new eyes. No longer were they distant, unreachable points of light. They were destinations, challenges, new frontiers to be explored. The Xerexian invasion had sought to rob Earth of its essence. Instead, it had catapulted humanity into a new era of exploration, innovation, and cosmic citizenship. The road ahead was long and fraught with peril, but Earth stood ready. They had faced the crucible of cosmic conflict and emerged stronger, wiser, and more united than ever before. As the first wave of human explorers set out for distant stars, they carried with them the hopes and dreams of their entire species. Earth, once a lonely blue marble in the vast cosmic ocean, had become a beacon of resilience and potential. The galaxy had underestimated the inhabitants of this death world once. They would not make that mistake again. The day Earth stood tall had become the dawn of a new cosmic age, and humanity was ready to meet it head-on.